Welcome to No Man's Sky Survival Mode, and the big event has arrived. Atlas Rising is here, or update 1.3. Now, I'm very aware that there's all sorts of guys live streaming it. Orbit TV did a very good overview of the release notes, and I'm not going to duplicate the effort here, guys. I think most of you, especially if you've been following the channel, are very aware that I've been playing No Man's Sky, well, for a year now, because the anniversary is coming up on the PC. And what I'm actually going to do is have a look at a big question which I think we're all going to face. And if you've been playing the game all the time, you'll be aware that when the Foundation update came out, there was a lot of problems. Well, I wouldn't say problems, but we had to sit down and say, well, are we going to restart the game? And that's the question I want to kind of answer by looking at some of the game features, because with the Foundation update, what I did is I started survival, and then eventually over time I abandoned my game on normal mode. Now I did plan to start permadeath, and I will, but the question I've got to ask is, what are the implications of continuing to play as on this mode? And there are a few, and this is my first time back in survival mode. What I have been doing is playing some normal mode just to get to feel for the interfaces, because the interfaces have changed, and I think I'll just have a quick run through, guys. I'm not going to go through blow by blow in depth. We'll start with the main interface. You can see it's now changed. I'm not going to go through these options, they're all very much the same. Discoveries, it looks a bit familiar, but I think what you can do now is if you click on a planet, you get a lot better breakdown of the options. I mean, of the creatures, of what you've actually done. It's not uploaded, so of course we can just upload. Oh no, what am I doing? E to upload. What am I on about? The keyboards haven't changed that much. No, it's not something stupid. So discoveries here, but you also get a lot better breakdown of what's on the planet. And it says here, I think these are ratings. It says here weather, contaminated, typical. So that's it, and I think you can actually now select different things that you can see here. And this comes down to the question that I was talking about, guys, is I've completed all the milestones, so that means that's closed off, and we've now got you can do things for the life for each of the factions. Now bear in mind that there's supposed to be new trans-dimensional creatures that have been introduced, but they don't show up here. And it says missions complete, that's new to the game. Words learned, oh, so we've got to learn words. Systems visited. Okay, so according to this, I've visited one GEC system. Okay. Standing. This is the keen, obviously words learned, systems missions completed. Corvax, same again, and it says here I've visited 2 systems. Okay, so there's obviously some inconsistencies there. And Merchants Guild, these are new, these come from what's within the space station. I'll show you that in a minute, guys. And you can see it says standing, unknown, missions completed, progression, units earned, plants farmed, Sentinels destroyed. So some of them are complete, but others aren't, and that kind of opens up the potential problem of, will this affect the gameplay? And you can see here, so progress, rare creatures scanned, so there's rare creatures, distance walked, missions completed. And what we've now got is the log, and it says Atlas path. As my Atlas path reset. Objectives, explore the gap. That's something that, again, this is the question that needs to be asked, guys. If you're like me, you've been advanced in this. I mean, I've been playing survival mode since Foundation came out, which was in October, November 2016. This is being recorded on the 12th of August 2017. So, Firebase Overseer. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I've discovered the core habitable base. That's going to be interesting. And then what we've also got here is this guide, which I think is going to be quite useful for even experienced players like me. One thing I have noticed is that all the kind of crafted products, and products have been, quite a few of them have been rejigged. And technologies, this is something I do appreciate, is the fact that you can see, it's almost like it's the technologies that you've unlocked and you can see what's missing. And of course what you've also got now is portal glyphs. Now, don't quote me on this completely, guys, because as I say, I've yet to find a portal. I was looking for a portal before and then I lost interest and I thought I'll wait till it comes out. I'm glad I did, because as far as I know now, monoliths point you to portals and then you have to open them, but you can't actually use them until you've discovered the appropriate glyphs. And the way to think of glyphs is they are a kind of address. And if you think there's 16 glyphs, so you can imagine all the addresses, and the way I think it works is the fact that if you know somebody who's got a portal, they can send you the address in glyphs, and then you dial it into the portal, and then that will take you to where you want to go. Although I would say, guys, that if you're going to do that, make sure you've got a record of where you came from, because obviously you may need to get back, and you could end up doing a long journey trying to get back to your own portal where you came from, especially if it's your home base. So, although you could probably still teleport. And I think what I'm going to do first, guys, is I'm going to jump out here, because the base has got me kind of a little bit confused. I am in my home system, but what I do want to do is teleport down, because actually I was just going to show you guys. Sorry, it's going to be a bit jumping here and there. Now, this has been slightly revamped now. You've got Starship, you've also got Technologies. Now, these slots are available with the ship. I mean, if I come down here, if we can find a ship. I mean, it is, if I grab this guy here, and this is the new interface one. I'm not convinced of it. I quite like the old interface. You can also see there's now depth of field when you've got things, so it looks like that you're actually talking to someone. I'm just going to flip quickly through this, because this is and if I make an offer for the ship, what you will see now is this is the new one, and what these ships have is technology slots. Now, this throws me back to when Foundation came out, that your old ships don't actually have the new traits, so to replace that you're going to have to replace our ships, which means I'm going to have to replace my fleet of 6, which is another possible issue, which especially as this ship is actually an S-class hauler, but as you can see here, this one I've got no technology slots on here. And what you actually get now with the exosuit is you get general, cargo. Now these are high density slots, and I think we're going to have to find an tech upgrade to do that. And you seem to get 4. I don't know if this can be expanded, but I don't think you will. I think that's it. And you get exosuit technology, and it looks like you can get 10 of these. Now what I'm hoping is, guys, that finding drop pods will allow you to expand these out. Actually, let's see if we can go up here, and actually let's finish off what I'm doing. And I haven't actually got an exocraft. I'm going to have to deploy my exocraft. The multi-tool seems to be the same, and the freighter's got a technology slot, because what you can't actually fly a freighter, but what you can do now is move between systems. But I assume that you're going to have to get the technologies. So I click here, there's nothing there, it says hyperdrive. So there's obviously 4 upgrades to do with the hyperdrive, and there must be freighter hyperdrive. Now there are a lot of new techs in the game, so we're going to do that, guys. And I think we're just going to come up here. What I want to do is jump to my base, because I haven't visited my base yet. I'm expecting the biome to be totally different or something like that. You can still pick up carbon. Now this guy, this is on the opposite side from the trading side, and what this guy is, these offer you missions, and obviously you can't speak the language, traveller. I've been told that there's new words being added to the language. My journey is taking me across the stars, perhaps the time to settle down and find purpose in stability instead of endless chase. The life form offers me a list of missions and associated rewards. Okay, and these are the missions that related to the guilds and that which I showed you earlier. And you can see here you got these are, I think this is combat, this is obviously looks at exploration, and that obviously trading, immediate shipment. Obviously some of these are locked, so you're gonna have to get standing with different ones to actually do it. This is mission board, immediate shipment, deliver an item. The client requires a discreet and non-question asked delivery. The items must appear orderly, list the previous owners and users make. So this is a kind of bit like shifty dealing. It says Voltaic Haulage Company, Unknown Merchants Guild. So that's obviously the rank you get. Objective, deliver an item, reward, deflection, enhancement, Sigma. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. That must be a new tech. Or it could be an old tech, which I've already got. But I'm not going to accept that mission, guys. That would be for future parts. And again, it spins back into this decision. I mean, do you keep going, don't you? Wow. It actually looks... It doesn't look like they've actually... I mean, I do really wish they would actually make this a bit more... It's not there. It's not there. Plutonium. Okay, guys. Right, now comes the big question, is I'm going to visit my base. Okay, teleports. Is my base still there? And if it's so, what biome is? Because I've got outside hard plants. Well, it looks encouraging. Ah, ha. It looked encouraging. Okay. Got windows on this side, so. This does. Well, I can pick my fungal mold. So my Temerium is changed to fungal mold. I'm a bit reluctant to step out of here, guys. Let me just here's my storage vault. Okay. Yeah, so that's changed. So so obviously all the ingredients have changed. This is now fungal mold. My ship's up there. Okay guys, I'm going to step out. I might have to reload on this. And I'm underwater, great. Where on earth is my base? Is up there. Can I get back to my base? No. My base seems to be floating in the sky. Okay guys, I'm just going to do a quick reload. You can see here I'm recording this at 4:52 in the morning, mainly because it's nice and quiet. And right guys, we're going to go and look at this another way. I should be at planetary base construction mission. Okay. Sure, I'm in my home system. Unknown planet. Unknown planet. All different. Okay. Undiscovered. I thought I was in my home system. Okay. I'm embarrassed. I think I'm gonna have to work this out, guys. So, actually, no. Let's. I think I know some guys have said that their planets are completely different. and things have changed. I thought I was in my home system. Okay, what we're going to have to do is planetary base construction, mission target, another system. I don't understand that. Okay. Let me just get back to teleport. Now if I don't step outside the front door, I'll be okay. Right, I'm in the A-Flock system of the Euclid Galaxy. Okay. Turn to A-Flock station. Okay. That is the station. Quick check. Okay. Potential overseer recruit. Don't understand this. Does planetary base hire a base overseer? Why would I need a base overseer? Does that mean all my staff have disappeared? Weird. Weird. Okay, let's go and see. So all my staff have disappeared. So does that mean I need a new base? Okay, let's see. Recruit overseer. Is it really you? Forgive me, I've been searching a long time and contacted to aid you in every cycle. Don't worry about anything. Strange smell assaults me, a pheromone infesting the brain and memories in places that never existed. I never took. Oh, myself in the mirror, aged alone. Okay. Vision of the overseer remains. I was to expand my base, allow me to recruit. Requires a constructor. Hire the overseer. So my overseer has gone. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a minute, guys. Oh, I will be in my station before you know it. See you soon, friend. Leave. Okay. Actually, while we're here, let's have a look at the. It says return to your base. Yes, well, I don't really want to return to my base at the moment, and I don't understand a word. Lifeform offers me blueprints, exo exchange for nanite, facial lightning, data pads, trade nanites, but I've got no nanites. Oh, we've actually got a wider range. Oh, that's cool. So we get an extra one. Flora Analyzer Tile. Extension of your multi-tool analyzer. This upgraded unit boosts your resolution of botanical scans, increase the value of your new discoveries. Oh, so we can actually upgrade the scanner. Not sure if I'm going to consume spaces to do that, but okay. Now that could be useful. Anyway, oops. Actually, what I will do is. Did I go in there? No, this is different. Obviously I was on a different system. Okay. Damaged container. What's this? Damaged container. Remove damaged components and scrap to open. So it's a two-stage opening. That one's okay. Okay, so what did I get from that? Rusted metal? What the heck is rusted metal? And we got a couple of Corvax cubes. Okay. How do I get out of here? Okay, let's have a quick chat with this guy. And I think this is what actually comes down to. Traveller. Sketchy plans in the air in front of. Imagine some complex schematic. Examine the plans. I attempt to find the meaning of the movements of the Korvax, but I cannot visualize their complex plans. Oh. I don't know what actually happened there. Anyway, guys, I'm getting distracted. We've got to see if I can find my base. Planetary Overseer. Visit the Overseer at the new station. I'm a bit confused. Does that mean I'm going to have to do all my missions again? Which is going to be a bit difficult on my planet if it's buggered. I'm going to have to move my base. Okay. I don't want this video to go too long because I know I'm getting distracted as we get around, guys. I'm just going to drop a save just in case I get there. This is turning into a bit more of an adventure than I thought it was going to be, because of course I did play my arrive in 2 hours. I did play the normal game just to get a feel for the interface and all that. Space combat's a bit tougher, guys, so I'm gonna have to rethink my weapons. It's a bit more, you know, I mean, I got into a space battle and actually got killed, and I think they've toughened that up a bit more. Anyway, guys, let's fly in on my base. This was a water planet, and let's roll the ship. And of course, I've got my favourite back again, which is low flight mode. I really missed it when they stopped updating the low flight mode and mode. And guys, look at this. Again, apologies for the digression. Can't go underwater, but you can literally fly. And the other thing you can do is something that I missed as well, and I've been doing it regularly, is you can actually stop. So what they've actually done is integrated the characteristics of the low flight mode into the game now. And to the guy who's been, apologies, I can't remember your name because it suddenly just struck me, I will remember to press the shift key. It's just because I was such a big fan of the low flight mode, I just got out of the habit of doing it. And my base is underground. Okay, what I'm going to do is land a little bit away. Oh, and I've actually got to press it. So if I land on the planet, okay, that's actually working. Now it's interesting because if you land on a space station, I was still being auto-ejected, but if I land on a planet, okay, I've got plenty of protection. And it looks very much like my base hasn't moved, it's just underground, and this is the top of my base. I don't know if I can. Okay, it's exocraft out of range. Okay. My base is underground. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to move, and the actual terrain has changed slightly. It's almost like this has been increased. Okay. Actually, I could excavate myself out, actually, because there is an excavation tool, but I don't think I've actually got the tech. I could excavate my base. That could be fun. But I think maybe it's time to move, because there is a method where you can actually change the terrain and excavate it. I don't think this will. I think you've actually got to have the tech to actually. Bugger. I've got a planet marker. I think that marks a base or something. Okay, let's just. I'm laughing, guys. I'm sure other people, their base isn't underground, but well, it's the way it goes. I was half thinking about moving anyway because I wanted to get towards the galactic hub, so maybe it's time. The only downside is this used to be quite a good planet for Rigagen. What's there's a knowledge stone over there, so look at the difference in terrain though, guys, now. And of course this is the new scanner. The age there discovered, oh, back in, it shows how long ago since I've been playing this. Detection. You actually press it even if you're not pointing at anything. This actually comes up and gives you information on the planet and mission log as well. Oh, that's useful. You're friendly, aren't you? Yeah. I think most of the fauna, if I remember correctly, on this planet is friendly. Okay, let's just go in. The Corvax word for goodbye. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, let's just... I've got an underground base. Maybe that's a new feature of the game. Okay. Okay, thrusters. I've got plenty of plutonium, I've been stocking up. I think what we're going to do is fly over the top of the base. This is Overseer. And just stop. And okay, you go underground. No. Okay, change settings. Okay. We're gonna have to go back up into space. And I think I'm just really curious now, guys. Where's the space station? That's my base. Oh, somebody talking to me? Oh, it's like there's somebody trying to talk to me. There's someone opening the communication channel. Right, what we're going to do is get back to the base, and then I'm going to teleport down and talk to my new Overseer and see if he's going to issue me with new missions. So let's just get back in. I think we're going to hang around actually. I think I've got the... See if these guys, someone wants to pick a fight with me. We'll hang around. I've got plenty of resources. Let's get that consumed. I've got tropium. That must have been around for... Okay. And you can see hostile scan. And you can talk, but you've got to be very quick with this communication. But of course I want to fight a battle. Okay. Where are you though? There we are. And that's only the one of them. You can see they've now got a star rating. So where you could just knock these guys down very quickly. You can see here in a single ship now, they're a lot more powerful. So I think the days of just blasting away are a lot more manoeuvrable as well. I think I have to rethink my weapons. I mean, in the past, 3 ships, you know, 2-3 ships would have been no problem. You can see it's taken my shields down. So I'm going to have to rethink that a little bit, guys. Your standing with the Corvax is increased, okay. And where is, oops, what on earth happened there? A bit of judder. Where is the space station gone? Oh, there it is. There it is. I must have crashed into the space station. Yep, quick warning guys, low flight mode. If you crash into the ground you will damage your ship. So there is definitely a ground impact now with low flight mode, although I really love low flight mode. I've really missed it. I'm looking forward to getting back with it, and we'll be doing some canyon flying. I can guarantee you that. I've really missed it since I think it was High Tech stopped updating it for Pathfinder when they introduced the semi-low flight mode that was put in with Pathfinder. Right, what I'm going to do now is go down. I'll see you on the base, guys. I think I've done enough teleporting backwards and forwards. That's my my underground base. Now I've got to remember where I put my specialists. Okay, where were you? Where did I put you? Oh, there you are. Exporter Hyper. You have much to learn and so much to see. This place will be at home amidst the infinite. Take this glass and let starlight flood into your jolly home. Accept the glass. New product formula for glass. Pause the glass and there's time enough for there for other things to do. Okay, if you gather platinum, you will use it to calibrate the science terminal. Oh, so there's a whole new set of missions. I will use it to calibrate. I've got a science. Ends the thing. I beg you. So there's a whole new set of missions. I found my way to the stars and met with Corvex. Structures have crumbled into the earth and their base remains immaculate, free of dust and decay. Asked me to gather platinum in preparation for the recruitment of the Corvex scientist. Except already making themselves useful. Science terminal with the new Corvex there. All for just a handful of platinum. Okay, this thing. Mutuals for the time. Has performed this encounter before. I have no memory of such meetings. Asked me to pay them for the service of performing for me, and they laugh, and I claim that my child many years from now. I do not know what they're talking about. The overseer asked me for the platinum. Give platinum. Perfect, friend. I knew I would succeed. Didn't actually tell me just what I need to finish the science terminal plans. Okay. So it's actually given me the plans for the science terminal again. We've littered the universe with our greed. Travellers to this planet is no exception, but there is much that can be done with litter. Make your way to an abandoned structure and harvest the data from it, and I'll use this to fashion us plans for a storage container. Exporter is reflective for a GEC, such greed characteristics. Okay, I'm just going to flip through these guys. Find data for a storage chamber. Print. Okay, accept that. Friend, I marked the site. You can see we ripe for exploitation. Okay. Mission updated. Yeah, but I can't go out there to do it. Okay, guys, I think this is a bit. Let's just have a look at the crafting. Now, it looks almost like I've got to redo all the missions to get back to where I was before. Crafting frost crystals, so it's not chrysogen anymore. It's frost crystals. So everything's been renamed. Shatterproof glass. Advanced agriculture. Shatterproof scratch resistant glass for with self-cleaning UV cured coating. The general construction. Wow, they've bumped that up a bit. 250 frost crystals. I'm sure it used to only be about 30 for glass, and it's 48,000. So it looks like looks like they've actually increased the price. Okay, guys, I've got to do it, and I'm aware of the time. Update, but I've got a science terminal, but I'm gonna have to do this to but I'm on the AdFlock system, so that's at the bottom, or am I on the Redive system? Where on earth am I? I think this is a bit messed up. Right, it says here Current planet. I'm in the ad hoc system. Okay, let's. Not sure why that's at the bottom. Okay. I think we'll do the abandoned building, and then I think I'm going to have to wind this up. Okay, 4 planets. In the past, the last place you teleported from appeared at the top. Now it could be because, as I say, that things are a little bit messed up because obviously we're not starting from fresh. Now I think while I'm flying across the thing, I think I do need to address this issue now, guys. So I'm just going to drop the save. That I think it is going to be quite a key issue and a decision that's going to be very much a personal taste. You can see there's the abandoned building. I'd have had to use my ship anyway to get to it. I think it's going to be very much a question of, do you want to restart your campaign again? How much have you got invested in there? Now I know my sympathy goes out to the guys who are well established in the Galactic Hub, simply because, well, you've obviously invested a lot of time in building up this area, and you're going to get the whole mission. And bits and pieces. It's still a bit of. And my abandoned structure is going to be underwater. Great. Oh, this is going to be a fun campaign. I've got an underground base, and my first mission is to an abandoned structure that's actually underwater. On the positive side, I should have my aqua membrane to get down and. This is landing. Oh, landing area not clear. Great. Maybe I'm a bit too low. That used to be a problem with the low flight mod, that if you were too close to the ground it wouldn't actually. Oh, it actually tells you it's landing. Yeah, it used to be a problem with the low flight mod, guys. So I can actually have a look round. I'm supposed to be able to turn round, turn in the cockpit. Again, I've got a feeling that might be a problem, the fact that this is an old ship. And there's a predator there. Right. Oh. Have to. Hello, creatures. Life at base in 7 hours. Okay. What I'm going to have to do is install. I suppose I could put it in my technology slot actually. Only got the one. Okay. Probably because I haven't got the resources to swim underwater. Okay. This is where I promptly go off and drown underground, under the sea. Oh, isn't this fun? 5 and 42 seconds. Here we go, guys. Abandoned structure underwater. Rigogen. Oh, I can always gather some Rigogen while I'm here. Okay, so great. I've forgotten there were sharks on this planet. And it's almost like the fauna hasn't changed on this system. Oh, great. Okay. Oh, come on, land. Taken residual goop. Repair by removing corrupted material. How do I remove the corrupted? Destroy. Okay. Got to remove the corrupted material. User identified, terminal active, accessing schematics. Place the overseer has led me to believe as something's just swam straight through the base. Pulsing, the air is fetid and damp. Power up the terminal. I'm a little bit worried. I'm going to rush through this, guys, because I don't know if I'm drowning, because there's nothing here. I mean, I've been caught with this before. You kind of end up, overseer's intuition has saved me. Wow, so far I should trust the schematics. And I don't know if I've actually got. Okay. And I'm surrounded by predators. Let's get out of here ASAP. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't like the idea of all these predators around. Where's the way out? Okay, where's my ship? The water's going down. Okay, come on, let's get out of here. That's it. Should be breaking surface soon. Did I actually get any tech? I didn't see any tech come up. I think I much preferred the old system. But what I will be able to demonstrate here, guys, though, is, and this is a feature that I'm not convinced about, guys. No, it's not that. It is being able to summon your ship. And where's my ship? Oh, landed right on top of me. I'm not convinced this is a good feature for the game. I quite preferred when I was exploring. Not enough fuel in launch thrusters. Oh, did that consume fuel when I did that? Ah, that could be useful. Did I refuel? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look at the video, guys. Turn planetary base construction. Your overseer waits at their terminal. Okay. Of course, we're gonna have to go the scenic route. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be a little bit of a game breaker for me, to be honest, guys. Just being able to summon my ship anywhere when I'm walking. I mean, I can understand the point of view that if you're walking across a planetary surface and you want to do it, it's also going to be quite interesting because I will be starting my permadeath run, and it'd be interesting if you fix the ship and summon the ship to you in the permadeath, whether that just takes away that initial kind of survival element where you've got to walk to your ship. In fact, it might force a decision on the fact that, do you repair the ship remotely and then summon it to you, or do you actually walk to the ship? Now that might actually have to be a decision in process. Or I suppose the plus side of that is that if you've got a iridium deposit a long way away from where the direction you've got to go, you can get to the iridium, because iridium is always the big problem in permadeath or survival mode, is getting the deposit to actually repair the ship. And then once you've done it and wandered around, then you can actually summon the ship to you. So that's something to look at when I start the permadeath mode. But I think I'm gonna probably spend a little bit of time in this series to start with, because obviously I've got a bit of a mess to sort out. Here, we're going to talk to exporter hyper. So you're back, my friend. I'll extract the storage blueprint as soon as I have the data. It's good to see you, Gex. I'm invested in the success of my home. There's clarity. Happy to see me energized. Give the data. Here you are as your blueprint as promised. A trivial task for their code is still sitting there to be manipulated. Okay. And we've now got the tech for storage containers. Now then, do you think, friend, that we should put the science terminal to use? Fill out our home with clicks and lights, and I would love it so. Whoever feels the base would benefit from a Korvax scientist, they would be still good to make the blueprints. So. Agree? So I'm glad you had this chat, friend. Okay. Hire a scientist for your base. Well, my science terminal is actually up in... Where does that go? So this is the top of my dome that I could see. I mean, it beggars the question, if I went up another level, whether I could actually stand on the top of my dome. Okay guys, I've got to try it. This will let me build it. Okay. Right. Oh, it's almost like it won't let me. No, it won't let me go through because that's above ground. So it's saying that I'm trying to pass through the okay. Anyway, one quick test left, guys, and then this is where I'm going to wind the video up. I know I've got distracted. There's just so much in this update that actually I think we will I just don't know where any of these are, so I'm going to have to use the pilgrim path. I think whoever it is, find the location. I think I'm going to have to make a decision on, because of course if I move my base I will lose all these connections. So I think what I might have to do is move my base closer towards the galactic hub. I think from my perspective, guys, because I know that I'm actually going to be starting a permadeath run, so I'm going to be able to experience the game as is. Actually, can I? It's construction. Can I hire a? Let's see if we can hire a scientist. See if there's one in this system. If not, we'd have to go to another system. Wow, looks like there's a scientist here, so okay. Scientist. Life form unknown. I passed my test. I'm free to explore, free to pursue my passion for structural analysis. Do you have a base? Okay. Korvax is happy and overjoyed to see me. They seem to have just completed some rite of passage, necessitating them to go out in the universe. Offers to join my base if I provide him with a science terminal. Okay. Hire the scientist. Thank you for payment. Scanning while you were asleep. I will be reward enough. Okay. In fact, I could probably hire. You're an exporter, keen guy here, so looks like you almost get all the technicians in one place now, unless I'm just lucky. That'd be a bit of a downer, guys, because I quite enjoyed having to find a Korvax system and all that to get started. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is call my freighter, and we're just going to have a little bit of a chat with the scientist guy. Because of course we should have missions here. Planetary base, scientific research. Return to the scientists waiting at the terminal. Return to the overseer, waits at the terminal. That's interesting. Aerospace scientist. So the missions are a little bit more kind of there. Okay. This is the Atlas Path interface in space. We may have a look at the Atlas Path. Okay. So the freighter. Okay, we have to get a bit further away. Getting a bit confused here, guys. So let's just fly in. Atlas path. Visit the Atlas interface in space on the galaxy map to find your path. It'd be interesting to see whether I've finished the Atlas path or not. So. So we'll just have a quick look round the freighter, and that's where I'm going to bring it to this video to an end. And actually, this is where I have to look at the command deck as well while we're here. Okay. We'll look at the command deck first before we talk to the scientist. We're on this Waking system. Now we're supposed to be able to fly here. Is that it there? Nope. And we got a commando thing. I don't think he's probably changed that much. Don't know if I need to get. Okay, the ship's former owner has visibly relaxed. He seems to reveal the unworried form of pure freighter capacity. So in plotting in cargo, heartened by the sales, not prompted to immediately flee the vessel. Now this remains exactly the same as it was before. Okay, so let's just have a look at this thing. Oh, freighter warp map. Okay, so this is how you do it. So it looks exactly the same as with the ship. The difference is that unable to warp, set custom, because we don't have the warp technology. Okay, I think this star map is going to be a bit of a challenge, because it does take a little bit of flying around, but you can see some nice detail. You can see the two moons around this planet, a planet there, and they are actually rotating. And I think you can destination, reach current mission, galactic core, Atlas station, filter. Actually, that's a bit of a. I think there's a. That's the life forms. Okay. So you've got the different coloured life forms. We still move round here. Okay, guys, this is cool. I like this. No conflict scanner. So if you're looking for a battle, life forms, no filter, economy filter. Okay. And that actually tells me the black hole. Okay. And I presume eventually all the data will come out. Okay, guys, I quite like that. Okay, let's get back and let's go talk to the scientists, guys. I know I've started this already once. I think whether to restart is very much a personal decision. I think, to be honest, if I wasn't doing a permadeath series, I would probably restart on survival mode or even normal mode, because I think there's just so much being introduced with this release. It's the same dilemma as I had with when the Foundation came out. There's just so much in this release. I think you're just going to miss so much by trying to carry on. And as I say, my sympathy does go out to the guys who've invested so much time in the Galactic Hub. Okay, let's just have a quick chat with the... But if you're not interested in that experience, I mean, run 2 campaigns like I have, is to get on. I should let the Corvax get on with his business. Leave. Okay. Why won't it let him talk to me? Talk to him. I should let the Corvax get on with his business. Is that broken, or do I need to talk to my other guy first? Oh, look, the planters have changed colour as well. Anyway, I've gotten just getting distracted again, guys. Let's have a quick look. Curiosity. Corvax. Yeah. Residual goo. God knows what I'm going to do with residual goo. Yeah. Curiosity. Marrow bulb. So that's actually changed from antrium to marrow bulb. And that's a kelp sac. Okay guys, we got some new names to learn as well on top. So we got kelp sac, marrow bulb, and oh, we got the new thumbnails for Atlas Path. Didn't notice that. Residual goo. So some things aren't new; they've just been renamed. That's going to cause a bit of confusion and mayhem. Right guys, I'm just going to stand here to wind this video up now. Now, obviously this video hasn't covered everything in the new update. I've just literally given my first impressions, and the focus has been on whether to restart or not. Now, that is very much a personal opinion, and I can understand that some of you will not want to restart, but I think it's worth, even if you've got a lot of time invested in one campaign, I think it's probably going to be worth starting again in another mode. It's a shame that you can't actually do duplicate modes, because I know some guys don't like survival or permadeath mode. I will probably, what I will do is, well, I will definitely start my permadeath mode, but what I might do is actually reset the normal mode, and we may have a little bit of a mess around with normal mode. And of course, there's a lot more to this update than what I've actually been showing you guys. There's portals, an opening with the glyphs, which is going to be quite a big thing, because that's going to allow you to travel to see your friends and go to specific locations. And I can see lots of people publishing where their glyphs are. But one quick tip, guys, which has occurred to me almost immediately, is that if you're going to use a portal after you've unlocked the glyphs, make a note of where you came from, because if you suddenly travel halfway across the galaxy to visit a friend, you've got to be able to get back. So I think that's one point. Another thing is there's the beginning of multiplayer. I haven't even started to explore that. I've got no idea how that works, although as far as I know, people appear as little globes which you can interact with, and there is voice over IP. So that's another one there, and there's a whole raft of things that are coming which I'm trying to think of as you go. So it's obviously a brand new experience. It's almost like a new game, but familiar. And I think this is where I'm going to wind up, guys. I hope you enjoy this new update. I certainly am going to be enjoying this update, and I certainly will be playing. I certainly need to fix my base, which I'm not upset, guys. I know some of the guys of you may be upset. I've got an underground base. Maybe I can live with the way it is now, and maybe I can tunnel out and then use the terrain excavator to excavate it. But I probably will move closer to the Galactic Hub. But this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it interesting, and until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.